What is happening, sports fans? It is your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack, rocking it solo Saturday, August 8th. Ryan is covering NBA. I got MLB over the weekends. Obviously, we're doing both sports together during the week, but on the weekends, so we can each have a little bit of a life, and so my wife doesn't absolutely kill me. We're only covering one sport each. So I got MLB. You guys know I love MLB. Ryan's got NBA. The playoffs are coming. I know that's his jam. So we're pumped over here. And before I get into this MLB main slate, you guys know I'm going to bring up OverlayDFS.com because why wouldn't I? It's one of the best new DFS sites across the industry. They got some really good contests. That massive NBA jackpot is coming back for the playoffs. In the meantime, they have really good baseball contests. They've got a nice jackpot there. They've still got the Pick 5 NBA, which is one of my favorites. So go check them out today. If you want some action against me, you can find me over there. Let's get this Saturday night slate, though, guys. A good one, like I said. Let me screen share this, and we will break it down. 1 second. All right, cool. So the only thing I don't love about this slate are the pitching options. It's not the worst pitching option, the worst pitching slate I've ever seen, but I certainly don't love it. No one on this slate really gives me the warm and fuzzies. The one guy I feel most comfortable with that I think you can look at in all formats is Clayton Kershaw. Looked really good in his season debut against Arizona, coming off that injury. 5 2/3, 3 hits, 6 Ks, no walks. Just looked like a typical Kershaw game. Only threw 81 pitches. Tallied up 27 DK points, so you really like the result there. The only concern is that he only threw 81 pitches. I'm sure he's not going to throw 110 today. But if he's pitching well, wouldn't be surprised to see him throw 90. This is a nice matchup against the Giants at home. He's expensive at 10-6 or 10-5, excuse me. There just aren't a lot of other pitching options I like on this slate. So I don't think he's like the must of all musts, but I like him quite a bit here. No problem fitting him in any format. And if I were making a lineup right now at 1:15 Eastern, he'd be in it. All right, looking ahead to some sticks, and a guy that really helps roster Kershaw is going to be Austin Nola. So Seattle is in a good spot tonight against this Ryan Castellani, who was not good at AAA. No reason to think he'll come up here and pitch well. He's not in a bad spot against Seattle, but as we've seen, Seattle isn't awful. A couple guys in their lineup are swinging the bat well right now, including Aaron's brother Austin. 16-plus DK points in each of the past 3 games. 5 extra base hits in that time span. He's just rolling right now, hitting 5th in the Seattle lineup. I like the idea of getting Seattle as a stack, but even if you don't want to stack the Mariners, which I get, I think Nola makes a lot of sense as a one-off as a catcher at 3,200. One of the hotter hitters in baseball. Cogging the machine in all formats here. All right, moving down to Whit Merrifield. So this is more of a GPP call because Whit is too expensive at 5,700. He's not a $5,700 player. He doesn't have the power that most guys of this price range normally have. However, the Royals are the number 1 hitting team off fastballs in the majors. Odorizzi has really relied on his fastball recently, and I think this is going to be a real sneaky spot for Kansas City here. And their best hitter, a guy who sits at the top of their lineup, is none other than Whit Merrifield. So while as a one-off, I don't think I want to get here at 5,700. I love him in a Royal stack. I don't mind getting to Kansas City tonight. I think Whit is a elite tournament play that pretty much no one will get to at this price point. And if he homers and steals a bag, he's already paid it off. And if you think this stack blows up, then you got to assume Whit has a good day here. So I wouldn't touch him in cash games unless you just have so much money to play with. But in tournaments, if you're on Kansas City, I like him a lot. Not a must, but I like him. All right, moving on to a guy we brought up yesterday. Ryan wanted to talk him out, and I completely got on board, and that was Eugenio Suarez. So while he didn't do anything special, you notice that he continues to see the ball well. That's now 5 walks in the past 3 games. Also tallied a base hit yesterday. Was seeing the ball well. I saw a couple of his at-bats, yesterday. It looked like he was, I don't want to say locked in, but starting to see the ball a lot better. I expect a big game from him sooner rather than later. He's in a great spot at home or in Milwaukee at 4,200 against Brett Anderson. Crushes lefties, big-time power. And I have a feeling like when he has a big game, it's going to be a big game. 2 home runs or a homer and 2 doubles, something of that magnitude. he's cheap here. I love taking a shot on him, and I think you can go here in all formats. GPP preferred because he hasn't been good, but I like him a lot today. All right, and last but not least, going to talk Ryan Sweat, Christian Yelich. So anyone who has saw the highlights, saw the game, knows that home run he had a couple nights ago in Chicago was, false. It was a weak inside the park homer that Eloy Jimenez should have came down with. Instead, it landed in front of him, bounced, over him pretty much. He ended up landing in the nets, and Yelich basically trotted home with an inside the park homer. Well, I didn't take too much out of that. Obviously, why would I? He walked 4 times in that game. That was a big buying sign for me. He didn't have a massive game yesterday, but ended up going yard late in that game. And I love the idea of getting here against Anthony Desclafani. Desclafani's not a guy I want to stack against, but Yelich is really affordable at 5,200. He's got good numbers off the red starter in his career, and I love his upside in tournaments at this price point. Again, I don't think he's like a must, and he's not a guy I would lock in cash games, but those of you who know me, who watch our videos, know I'm more of a GPP player, and I like Yelich a lot. To be honest, though, like at this price point, I'm not going to be surprised if Yelich gets love today. I mean, he homered yesterday. People aren't stupid. They can see the game log and notice that he's got double digits in 3 or 4. So I'm really about it in any format. I like him a lot today, and that's what I got. Thank you, guys. Again, check out overlaydfs.com. If you want more content, more videos, more write-ups, more me, more Ryan, check out the DFS5pack.com, and I'll be seeing you. Thank you.